Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. School's out, but we're still doing a little bit of math right now. So today we're gonna work on adding two-digit numbers. In case you don't know what a two-digit number is, it is a number that has two different numbers inside. So we call it a digit. So let's say the number 1 and the number 2, they are each individual digits. They're digits by themselves. So this is a two-digit number. So we're going to add two different two-digit numbers. So if I have 12 plus 13, okay? So what we're going to do first and always is we are going to line them up. I'm going to always put the bigger number on top. So which one's the bigger number? That's right, 13 is bigger than 12. So we're going to put 13 on the top and the 12 underneath, and we are going to add those two numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my ones first. And in case you don't know, this digit right here, the number at the end, that's called my ones, okay? That tells me how many ones I have. In fact, if you look at this, it's saying the number 12, I have 12 ones. Let's take a look here. So that makes 10. We have a 10 set. And 2 makes 12. So here we have 10 and 2 makes 12. So this number here tells me how many 10s I have. How many sets of 10s does it say? One set of 10s and 2 ones. So we have 12. And on the other side, we have 13. So we're going to go 10 and 3. So let's take off some of our ones here and make sure we have only 3 and 3. Okay? So when we do 12 plus 13, what we're going to do first is we're going to count all of our ones. Not our 10s, but our ones. And we're going to put them together. So I'm going to take my ones and put them together on one chart. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to also add all my 10s. So how many 10s do I have and how many ones do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones and 1, 2 10s. Now, some of you may have said, I learned a much easier way than showing all of that work. You're right. There is a much easier way and a faster way. But I'm showing you this because later on when we do regrouping, which is what we're going to do tomorrow, it's super fun, it's not as easy. So we're going to learn how to do everything the long way and why, so that way when you learn harder things, then you'll understand why we're doing them. So let's retry this problem in the other way, not using my dots. So I'm going to erase my answer. And what we're going to do is we are going to add just like we normally would, but we're going to start always in the last row. You always want to start in your last row. So we're going to add 3 and 2. And we all know that 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay? So it's super important that you line them up properly. You always want to line the last one with the last one. And now we're going to do the row in front of it. And 1 plus 1 is 2, 25. The same answer we just got by counting our dots. Now, I think this is much easier than having to go through and start counting dots. So I'm going to move the dots back to the side to get them out of our way. Now, let's take out the worksheet that your parents have printed for you. So your worksheets should look something like this, and it should start with the numbers. Whoops, my cap was on. 1 will be 23 plus 45. But you know what? You're not going to see this symbol right here. You're going to see it with a little dot. My mistake. So again, just like I said before, we're going to line up our numbers up and down. So, which one goes on top? Which one's bigger? 23 or 45? If you said 45, you're right. 45
plus 23.
And just like before, we're going to add this column first. This column is super important. We always want to do the end first. And you'll figure that out tomorrow why, but I promise you. So let's get in the right habit and do it in the right order.
So 5 plus 3 is 8, and 4 plus 2 is 6.
And when we add them up, we know that 23 plus 45 is 68. Okay? Questions? If you have a question, first I'm going to go through more problems, I promise. But I'm also going to be available online on Friday to answer any questions you might have, so make sure you zoom in. So let's do the next problem. If you go to the side, it'll have the number 2. Let's do problem number 2.
The problem gives us 15 plus 42.
Well, that's some big numbers we've got there. We know 42 is much bigger than 15.
So we're going to start by putting the 42 on the top. And notice how we always write the bigger number.
It goes by what the most we have are. Would you rather 42 jelly beans or 15 jelly beans? Well, I love jelly beans, so I'd rather 42. I guess if you don't like jelly beans, you'd rather 15, but let's pretend everybody likes jelly beans.
So 42 jelly beans are much more than 15, so let's put the 42 on top. And just like we've done every time,
we're going to go with the last column first.
2 plus 5 is 7, that's right.
Good job.
4 plus 1 is 5.
And that's it. That's how we add 2-digit numbers.
Okay, if you notice, we just go line them up and add going down.
But it's really important, the order. The order is the most important thing because tomorrow it's going to get a little more challenging. If you're wondering why I put this line through the 7, if you have ever learned inequalities, some people call it alligator math or comparing numbers, we use some symbols that kind of look like a 7, and I don't like that. I sometimes get confused, so I put this dash in the middle. So sometimes you're going to see people that put that dash there. It means the exact same thing as the number 7 that you draw on your paper. So let's erase. I lost my eraser. Here it is. Let's erase, and we'll do problems 3 and 4 together. And then I want you to take a second and do 5 and 6 on your own when I'm done with 3 and 4.
Don't try to skip ahead. I know what you're doing. So let's do problem 3 together. (24) and 44. And we're adding those two.
What do we notice here that's different than the other 2 problems that we did? That's right, it's already lined up for us. But if you notice, the 44 is on the bottom, not on the top. Now the truth is when you're adding, that doesn't really matter. You can do any order. But it's a good habit to get in to put the bigger one on top, because when you get to middle school, when you're like 12, 13 years old, you're going to do something called integers, which is really hard, and you're going to always want to make sure the larger number is on the top. So we're going to keep that habit, and we're going to rewrite this.
So let's rewrite it. So this is the same thing, or equal to saying 44 plus 24. Okay? So that's 44 plus 24. Now, we do the same thing. Over and over and over, we're always going to do the same thing. We're going to add this column up,
and 4 plus 4 makes, say it with me,
8. That's right, 8. And 4 and 2 make, that's right, it's 6. Good job.
So let's read that number properly. So that's 68.
Very good. So 44 and 24 make 68. Now, if you keep going to the side of your paper, you'll see problem number 4.
And problem number 4 tells us
that it's asking us 51 plus 37.
Was this lined up already for me? Yeah, perfectly. 51 is the larger number, and it's on the top, and 37 is the smaller number, and it's on the bottom.
So let's go through the column at the end. 1 plus 7 is 8, and 5 plus 3 is 8.
You know, these are actually some of my favorite numbers when the number repeats itself twice. So this number is 88. Great job, guys.
So I want you guys to try problems 5 and 6 all on your own right now. Number 5, these are so much harder, is 13 plus 52, oh my goodness, plus another number, 24. But if you notice, they only put one plus sign there.
It's the same thing. So I want you to use your head. I want you to think about it. You have two ways you can do this problem. We can add all this whole column up at once, or you can add two of the numbers and then add the last number to that. So try that one on your own right now. If I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video.
So 3 plus 2 plus 4. Well, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Okay, good job, guys. Now we're doing this one, and we have 5 plus 1.
Oh, I know that one in my head. That's mental math. 5 plus 1 is 6.
6 plus 2 is 8.
So when we add 3 sets of numbers up, we get 89. All three of those numbers added together are 89.
And problem number 6, the one right next to 5,
gives us another 3 numbers.
21, 43, and 10. We need to add those up.
But I'm going to do this one a different way.
I'm going to add these two numbers first. 21 plus 43. And that gives me 4 there and 6 there. Now, if you notice, I've done this number, I've done this number, but I didn't do that one. So I need to add it right there. And let's do the same thing just one more time. So that's 74. The sum of all 3 numbers is 74.
I promise you those are super challenging. I'm telling you, if you got that, you're doing great. And that means you're going to do great tomorrow. I'm very proud of you. The last 2 problems also have 3 numbers, but you have to arrange the order. So let's erase this.
Number 7.
Let's do these together.
51 plus 35 plus 12.
Oh no, this looks like a hard one.
Okay? So
I'm going to do it the second way.
I'm going to add these 2 numbers first.
Okay? In fact, after I write it,
I'm going to cross them off. So 51 plus 35. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 3 is 8.
do you notice I didn't put the circles this time? You don't have to put the circles. You don't have to circle the columns. That is only to help you. If it does help you, you can use the circles, but you don't have to.
So we're going to cross off the 51, and we're going to cross off the 35, because that's the same thing as saying 86. 51 plus 35 is 86. And now we're going to add the last number to it, 12. 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9.
98. That wasn't so bad, was it? Yeah, it was. It's okay, guys. We're going to do one more problem together, and then you guys have your own individual worksheets to do today. And that's it. That's all you have to do, okay?
Last problem is number 8. We have 22 plus 16 plus 11.
So, which way do you guys want to do it? All of them at once. Okay,
So let's line them up. 22 plus 16 plus 11. And we're going to do them all at once.
so again, I only need one plus sign there.
Did you see I erased the one from here because it's the same thing. You only need the one at the bottom. So let's add them up. 2 plus 6 is 8, and one more makes 9. Great job, guys. So this whole column, 2 plus 6 plus 1. That's 8 plus 1, which is 9. And now let's add this column. 2 plus 1 plus 1. That's 2, 3, 4. 49. Okay?
Well, that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And if you have any questions, you can Zoom in with us on Friday. But you have your worksheet for today, and you can always watch this video again if you're stuck. Okay? Have a great day, guys. Bye.